The perfect drink.
The perfect drink.
The perfect drink. The perfect drink.
The Perfect Drink is a podcast that combines amazing cocktails with the kind of infinite wisdom that can only come from a lifetime of poor decisions. So take a journey with everybody's favorite bartender. We can make some drinks, have some laughs, and who knows, you might even learn a thing or two. See you soon.
Well, hey, everybody. It is old HRK here, everybody's favorite bartender. And it is time for another episode of The Perfect Drink, where we believe there's a perfect drink for every occasion. Even tricking dudes into coming back to your apartment so you can eat them. All right, we're going to start the show off paying homage to the celebrating, not mourning the death, but celebrating the life of the greatest rapper of my generation, Coolio, up there in Gangster's Paradise. Some people say that he'd been blasting and laughing so long that even his mama thought that his mind was gone, but I say he'd never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Music reference. I fucking saw Coolio once. I saw him snowboard. Terrible snowboarder, by the way. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought a kid from the ghetto who'd never seen a mountain in his life couldn't snowboard? But any fucking ways. I went on a ski trip when I was like maybe a freshman in college. And there was whispers that Coolio was on the mountain because he was doing a concert that night. So we saw him and his boys, him and his crew, him and his entourage out there ripping up the mountain in a Vale or wherever the fuck we were. And then I went to his concert that night. He was fucking awesome. And I feel like we have a special connection. So I'm going to miss him probably more than most people. Fucking Coolio. God, rest in peace, homie. I'd spill some for him, but it's not my bar, and I don't want to make a mess. So cheers. Drinking Michelob Ultras today to stay lean and mean. I've been watching. We haven't done a podcast in a couple weeks. I've been watching a lot of TV, and I'm just going to rip off a couple of TV reviews, couple takeaways from the shows I've been watching. Watched Kardashians the other day with Ashley for the first time since college, I think. And they're skinny now. The Kardashians are skinny. They got little small titties and little asses and flat stomachs. It's fucking wild. And I think that's awesome because I'm like, when I was in college, that was like skinny girl time. Like now girls eat cheeseburgers and they do squats and they got fat asses and shit. And that's pretty cool too. But I'm like remember that Christina Aguilera video, Dirty? She had her little low-rise jeans on and the thong that came up around the side. I dig that look. So I'm excited about all these girls having to get skinny again since the Kardashians pretty much set the trend for how everyone in the world is supposed to look. The ripoff is that these bitches can get skinny in a fucking day, man. You know? And these girls that have spent the last 3 years doing squats now got to figure out how to get skinny like fast because low-rise jeans will be in next summer and they're in big fucking trouble. And, I don't know. Fucking CrossFit strikes again. You girls all got fat asses now and nowhere to put them. So, I don't know. I don't feel bad for you. Speaking of not feeling bad for you, the fucking Kardashians, it's amazing how rich people, look, if you've got money, you've really got no problems outside of health. Like health is a problem. But if you're healthy and wealthy, you've got no fucking problems. The Kardashians just create their own fucking problems. This girl, the one, the ugly one, who's now the hottest one, Chloe maybe is her name. She was like the least attractive. Now, in my opinion, she's the most attractive. But she's married 27 basketball players. They all fucking cheat on her. And she's just about to have a surrogate baby with one. So she's not even carrying the baby because she's so goddamn rich. She doesn't even have to have her own kids. But she's crying because her NBA basketball player has like a love child, you know. And it's just like, well, fucking dummy. What do you fucking think? If you're a man who's rich and travels for a living, I'm guessing you've probably got some side action. So I just feel like they just create all their own goddamn problems. Watching Sister Wives, and Ashley's complaining about like how the mistreatment of women, and it's bullshit that the man can have 3 wives or 5 wives, however many he's fucking got. And I said, I don't know, that doesn't sound too fucking bad. Like if there was a show called Brother Husbands, if I could share my wife with 4 other dudes, and she supported me, I had my own house. They don't live in the same fucking house. These broads all got their own house on a cul-de-sac, right? And they just fucking hang out in their house. They got to have their husband every, fourth night. Could you imagine, Will, me and you and 2 other guys that we're good buddies with, and we only got to see our wife once every 4 days? Like, it would be your turn, and me and the other 3 guys would be like watching the game laughing about how you got to be with the wife that night. We would fuck with each other at the gym like, it's your turn tonight, ha 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 ha. You know what I mean? I don't know, these broads bitching about having you only got to bang them once every 4 nights, which is probably more than most married women bang their husband anyways. But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't sound like too bad of a fucking racket to me. So I don't know. I think I would be on brother husbands in a fucking second if there was a woman out there that could support fucking 5 households. Goddamn lazy broads. Anyways, there was one. Oh, fucking Game of Thrones. You watch the new Game of Thrones, Will? Will's shaking his head no. It's fucking garbage, man. Here's the problem. There's not a show on TV today that doesn't have a fucking agenda. Game of Thrones is like, it's like there's like a racial agenda, like a sexist, like the women. There's all kinds of undertones about like, I mean, the shit that these women get to do on this show. You're telling me that in medieval times they're gonna let women fucking do that? Get the fuck out of here, dude. So, but there's all these sexual things. There's obviously a fucking gay angle. You know what I mean? Because you can't have a television show without some kind of. You can't watch a commercial today without 2 dudes fucking. You know, it's like 2 dads and a kid. You know, and I mean, obviously I don't fucking care. But my point is like, there's always got to be an agenda. You can't just tell a good story. You can't just gear a show towards a straight white guy, which is 85% of the market that you're trying to. I don't know. It's funny to me. But you know what's funny? They never show fucking. There's never lesbian couples on commercials. The world's not ready for that. Women still can't catch a break. That's pretty goddamn funny. And then what's the last TV thing I got? We got a black Ariel, and white people are fucking pissed. I didn't think anybody. I got a show this Wednesday at Mugshots. This will come out after our what's that fucking place called? Mojo's. So this will come out after that. But I wrote the best black Ariel joke ever, and I was scrolling through Instagram the other day, and another comedian fucking beat me too. He used like pretty much the same joke, so I can't use it. So that's a bummer. But yeah, man, I keep hearing about the black Ariel, and I'm like, well, who gives a fuck? But then I was looking through Facebook, and I see like these memes where they'll be like, you know, it's like a joke, and the joke is like the movie's about, I don't fucking know, Harriet Tubman, and then they've got like fucking. I don't fucking know who's a white actress, whatever the fuck. They got some white broad playing her, and they're like, "What's next?" Blah blah blah. The thing is, first of all, Ariel's a fish, you know, so that's who gives a fuck. It's a fictional creature. But second of all, the only people that should be mad about the black Ariel is fucking natural redheads. You get like 3 roles every 10 years where a redhead is the lead. And you give it to a person that's not a natural, like Carrot Top. If he's pissed, that makes sense to me. But you know, I regular white guy, fucking, you're like a Kardashian. You're just creating problems where you don't have any. You know what I mean? So I don't fucking know. I think that's it with the TV. With the TV, you know, too much television watching's got me chasing dreams, anyways. So that's another Coolio reference in case you didn't grow up in the 1990s. Fucking. Speaking of TV, my fucking I was thinking about what pussies kids are today. I don't know why. I forget where this thought came from, but it's in my notes. The problem with kids today, I think, is that they get to pick what's on TV. I know what I was thinking of because I was at home with Ashley watching fucking Blippi or some bullshit, thinking to myself, when I was a kid, I never fucking picked what was on TV, bro, ever. We watched fucking when my dad was home, John Wayne was on. You know what I mean? And if I went to his dad's house, it was baseball. It was Cubs baseball, so I'm probably a little bit of a pussy, but still, like, baseball and John Wayne, that's what I watched. If I wanted to watch TV at my house, I had to get up at fucking 6 a.m. on a Saturday before anyone else was awake, and I could watch cartoons for an hour, maybe if I was fucking lucky. I think that's the problem. These kids get to pick what's on TV, and then the parents are just fucking, I don't know, we had to go outside. I guess you can't let your kids outside today, though. Probably get fucking kidnapped. But I don't fucking know. I had Ashley last weekend did this. You know, girls take these girl trips, and they do this thing where like they pretend like it's not that big of a deal. Ashley did this thing where she like pretended she had to go to a hair show, but it was just a girls trip in some harbor town in Michigan, you know. So I had a Saturday night with all dressed up and no place to go. And instead of going out like a fucking man would do, I decided to work. So I picked up this private, it was at a bar, but like they needed help. So I went to this bar to bartend, and the lady's like, "Oh, we got a private party up." First of all, it's a sports bar. So I came from my one sports bar job to that sports bar job. I'm wearing this shirt, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's got like a vertical American flag on it. I got a Coors Light American flag hat. You know, I'm dressed like Johnny Sports Bar bartender. I get there and she's like, "Oh, there's a party upstairs. You're going to be working that with another girl." I get up there. First of all, the bar's 3 fucking feet wide. There's like 100 people at the party. Half of them are children. And it is as my brothers to the south say, quinceañera. It's a fucking quinceañera. Now, I don't know if you know what that is, because I sure as fuck don't, but it's basically like a 15-year-old girl's birthday. 15 Mexicans. I don't fucking know. But it's like a Mexican girl's birthday party. It's like a coming-of-age celebration. It was real cool to watch. It was the pageantry was very incredible. But I'm dressed like a fucking ICE agent. You know what I mean? I got American flag shit on. I'm wearing work boots. I got a backwards hat. These people are dressed to the fucking nines. And the girl that I'm bartending with is this little Mexican gal. She speaks Spanish. They're all coming up. They're ordering in fucking Spanish. I'm up there for like 20 minutes. And I just look at the girl and I'm like, "You don't need my help. I'm going to fucking, like, fuck this." So I go downstairs and sit at the bar for 2 hours and drive home. And it was a big waste of fucking time. Felt like someone was playing a joke on me. So if you ever get asked to do a private gig, ask if it's a quinceañera. And if it is, sit that one out. I've been gambling my balls off lately. And I was saying, now that gambling is legal, it's like before, to get into gambling, you used to have to kind of be a degenerate, right? Because, like, think about it. If you to gamble before, you used to have to know a bookie. And to know a bookie, you probably had to be a little bit of an alcoholic. You know what I mean? You probably had to hang out with some degenerates. You know, now it's like like a frat dude, a normal dude, whatever, will start gambling, and then he turns into a degenerate. Because I know I fucking am. Lose my ass every week. I'm the worst fucking gambler in the goddamn world. But it's fun. So it makes games I wouldn't otherwise give a shit about kind of interesting. You know, so I don't know. I'm a gambler now. I want to start a gambling podcast. Even though I'm terrible at it, I think I could probably at least make it funny. And with that, let's I got a gay guy story, but I think I'm going to save that for the end. Let's rip some shots.
Ripping shots. All of my friends are ripping shots. Ripping shots. Ripping shots.
I'm stumbling a lot because I'm ripping. All right. Today's shot is called the Ninja Turtle. It's equal parts Midori, Malibu, and pineapple juice. I forgot to get a fucking shot glass over here, so let me step away from the bar for a second. We're going to just grab this little plastic guy right here. We'll save the next bartender up some dishes. Also, I forgot to fucking mention, I'm such a dipshit. We are coming at you from fucking the Hideout in, is this Crestwood? The Hideout in Crestwood. Fucking, and this is a true hideout. It's kind of like in the back of the strip mall. It's like the type of place you go when you don't want anyone to fucking see where you're at, which is my kind of goddamn place. So, you know, we'll, right now while I'm saying this, we'll cut to like some cool shots of the bar and out front and all that shit. But fucking good spot. They welcomed us with open arms. So I'll try not to make fucking fools out of them more than I already probably have. And if you look at this Ninja Turtle drink here, it is green as fuck. Let's rip this bad boy and talk about why the fuck we're doing a Ninja Turtle. Okay. I know what you're thinking, HRK. What the fuck does a Ninja Turtle have to do with anything you've said so far? Well, fucking nothing, bro. But it has to do with the Rippin' Shots question. The Rippin' Shots question is, this girl emailed me this long fucking thing, and you've heard me try to read emails on this show before, and it's never fucking pretty, so I'm going to paraphrase. Basically, the email was like, I've been seeing this guy for a while, and basically they were like coming clean on their sexual history, I guess. The guy basically said that he had spent some time in loneliness land and resorted to paying for handies from a masseuse, which I think is the best way to spend $64. And then she said that she had blown a cop to get out of a DUI. And she emailed me and they're basically in a lover's quarrel about whose is worse. So I put it out there to the people, like, what's worse? How did I phrase this thing? Let's see. What's worse, a handy from a masseuse or blowing a cop to get out of a DUI? And let's get into these fucking answers, and then I'll give you my 2 bits, which if you know anything about me, you know where I stand on this already. The guy's right, but any fucking ways. Trisha from New Lenox says, and this is why the past should be in the past. Well, that's besides the fucking point. And then she says, she needs to stop being insecure. It was a hand job that was paid for, not a long, twisted relationship. He wouldn't have told her about it if he thought it meant anything. Lastly, they are not the same actions. His was for pleasure, hers was for survival. So like she's saying she needs to just get over it, but his was worse. Every girl that chimed in said that she was doing it for survival. Fucking Janelle from Scottsdale says, huge difference. I mean, she would be saving her and her husband probably 10 grand. Samantha from Tinley Park. Hers is more understandable, whereas his is weird. A hand job? Grow up. Well, fucking tell me you can't give a proper hand job without telling me you can't give a proper hand job. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with a good hand job. Nothing at all. Whether you're a junior high kid or a fucking 65-year-old man, a handy is always welcome if you know what you're doing. And Samantha just doesn't know what she's doing, clearly. So, I don't know. Ashley from New Lenox, who is my girlfriend, says, I don't know, sounds like when push comes to shove, she's the kind of gal you want on your team. Personally, I would need to know how much money he's spent in comparison to how much she's saved. I mean, I like the economics and all, but what about the money he's saved by just getting handies instead of going full-fledged backdoor on a hooker? You know what I mean? He's saving money too. They're both being economical. My gripe is, tell me she didn't want to blow the cop a little bit. You know what I mean? There's no fucking way that she's like, okay, I'll do it, but you're really, really gross, and I don't like this at all. Like if it was Harvey Epstein, is that guy Weinstein? What's that guy's name? I'm mixing metaphors. Weinstein. If it was that dude, but like she didn't have a movie deal out of it, I don't think she would have done it. I'll bet the cop was kind of a nice looking guy, and she was kind of fucking into it. She's probably a fucking badge sniffer. Same thing. Masako. What kind of fucking name is that anyways? From Willis, Texas. I would expect her to be from Hiroshima, Japan, but she's from Willis, Texas. And she says she was saving money. He was blowing it. I would argue that everyone was blowing it, including the cop. But any fucking ways, all these broads, dude, all of them are on team blow the cop. And I just think blowing the cop is way more devious than a guy. And I think he was a widow. So a widower, you call him a widower when the wife dies? I think he was a widower. So like he was just lonely, grieving, probably didn't feel like dating, which who the fuck does? You go out, so what's the alternative to getting a handy from also the reason we did from an Asian masseuse, no one specified that she was Asian, but if I know anything about hand job houses, which I don't, wink, they're Asian every time. So that's why we did the Ninja Turtle. I was fucking Googling shots for this, and I was Googling like dirty cop shot and like police officer shot, and I just kept getting articles about police shootings. so I had to like change speeds, and there's a shot called the hand job, but I've done that one before on the podcast. So then I thought, well, what do we know about masseuses? They're fucking Asian, and what do we know about Asians? They're ninjas. So we did a Ninja Turtle, and that's how we got down that road. But anyways, the point is, the girl who blew the cop was into the blowjob. Like she used her hand, you know what I mean? She probably did some ball stuff. If you look at I got this weird finger that I injured in college, but she probably did some ball stuff. You know what I mean? The hand, all of it. It wasn't like she got into it. I fucking promise you. Probably more than he got into the hand job from the Ninja Turtle. So I'm on his team, sis. I'm fucking sorry. So that's ripping shots, and should we make cocktails? Make the cocktail. Today's cocktail is an HRK original. It's a spin-off of a combination of a drink called what do you call people that eat people? A cannibal and a dirty little secret. And I call it the Jeffrey Dahmer. Now the Jeffrey Dahmer is a martini, a dirty martini, if you will. So we're gonna, let me find, I'm a little out of sorts. So we're gonna start with about 2 ounces of Tito's vodka. You're gonna add a little bit of fucking, Jesus Christ, vermouth. Sorry about, wait a minute, is this sweet vermouth? Or is this, no. You're gonna add a little vermouth. Yeah, it is sweet vermouth. I fucked that up. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna audible, old HRK. I'm nothing if not whatever the word is for people who can audible. We're gonna do this. We're just gonna go fucking 2 ounces of Tito's. We're gonna scratch the fucking vermouth because I grabbed the wrong bottle of vermouth like a horse's ass. You're gonna throw in a little pickle juice instead of olive brine because we're getting weird. You're gonna add some ice. Give her a shake. You're gonna give her a shake. And you're gonna pour it into your already chilled martini glass. As I've said before, you always want to chill your martini glass first. And then we're gonna garnish this bad dog with a pickle. Which my giant meat hooks will not fit in. There we go, got one. Big ass hands won't fit in the thing. And then the special ingredient, a couple dabs will do you of Tabasco. And this is called the Jeffrey Dahmer. The pickle represents the dong. The pickle juice represents the dirtiness of his deeds. The Tabasco represents all the blood and guts that he spilled all over his apartment when he was stinking it up. And the sip represents getting drunk on a fucking Monday. It's like a spicy pickle martini. It's good. I don't know. I like it. I'm gonna slam that thing in a minute. But let's talk about Jeffrey Dahmer. We were watching fucking. Ashley's been watching this Jeffrey Dahmer fucking show on Netflix, and she keeps asking me to watch it. I'm like, I know how it ends, Ashley. I mean, I know what happened. Whatever. I don't need to see it. But I tune in every now and then. And she made the point. It was also in coordination with the Adam Levine shit. Adam Levine DMing chicks, and she was talking about that and Jeffrey Dahmer. And she goes, it just goes to show you never really know someone. To which I replied, don't you? Like, you're telling me not everyone in the world knew that Jeffrey Dahmer was a little fucking weird? Tell me you didn't grow up, Will, and there was like a house on the street and your parents were like, stay away from those motherfuckers, they're weird. Everyone knows that family on their block. Everyone knew this guy was fucking weird, you know? I mean, even his mama thought that his mind was gone. So fucking every music reference, everybody knew this guy was a fucking lunatic. Adam Levine cheating on his fucking girlfriend. You didn't see that coming? Give me, oh yeah, rock stars. They probably never fucking DM broads. The only thing that's surprising about Adam Levine is that he just put it out. Like, I remember hearing stories about when Michael Jordan would cheat on his wife. He would be in the club. He'd look around. He'd hang out up in his little chained off area. He'd pick out some broads. He'd go out to his limo. He'd have his people go meet the fucking girl, bring her out to the fucking limo, you know, and then they would go do whatever. That was before cell phones and shit. But like, this guy's just DMing bitches. They're screenshotting. I mean, it's stupid. But my point is, you know that he's cheating, and you know Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, everyone knew that guy was a little fucking off. And with that, I'm going to tell a story about how I got a little violated yesterday. This wasn't part of the podcast, but it just happened yesterday. The timing was impeccable. Me and Ashley are out fucking off a little bit, watching the Bears game and all that. There was a black fella that came in with his girlfriend. I'm using quotes with my fingers because I don't believe it was really his girlfriend. And he just starts kind of chatting me up. And he references that's his girlfriend like 5 times during the conversation. And every time he talks, he's like touching me, like his arm's touching his like arm is touching my arm. It's like how it starts. And then he like does like a shoulder pat and then a shoulder rub. Then he's like up on like my neck with his hand doing this thing. And then he starts doing a sneaky, because Ashley's right next to me. And so it's like Ashley on this side, me in the middle, him on the other side. He starts doing this sneaky, like slide his hand inside like the back of my arm and like rubbing me like right here, like while he's talking, just like doing like a little tickle. It was pretty goddamn weird. And then he said that So Ashley's like looking at me. She's like, I can't wait till we get out of here and I can tell you what's really going on here. And I was like, you think I don't fucking know what's going on here? Like, I'm not fucking stupid. And then he referenced that I looked like I was 34. Ashley said that's when she knew that he was up to something. I feel like it was the only honest thing he fucking said the whole time he talked to us. But the point is, this guy was violating the fuck out of me right in front of my girlfriend. It was very fucking uncomfortable. Like when we left, I felt like I needed to like wash my body. He was like just touching like his flesh against my, it wasn't like when a bro pats you on the shoulder, it's like outside, makes a sound like that, you know? This guy was like doing this kind of stuff. It was fucking wild. And, you know, he's probably trying to get me back to his house so he could fucking do some, you know, he's probably avenging all of the minorities that Jeffrey Dahmer fucking seduced and ate. He's probably going to just going after white boys, you know, trying to fucking get me back to his place and drug me. And I just wake up with my fucking leg gone and he's eating it like a fucking Flintstone brontosaurus leg or whatever the fuck. So, I forget his name, but here's to you. And what's funny is there was another guy there with us, not like with us, but he was sitting there. And when I left, he was there by himself, and he's probably gone. No one's probably ever gonna see that poor fucker again. But fucking, anyways, I don't know. It was weird. I know what it's like to be sexually assaulted now. All you women out there, rape victims, all that kind of shit. I'm with you. I've experienced it, and it is it will scar you for life. So I'm if there's some kind of group or something I can go talk to, I'm going to start going, I think, and share my story with all the other victims of sexual assault and sexual predators. Because, you know, I got a story to tell now. Well, I'm probably going to get canceled. No, the bar's probably going to get shut down for that. Let's make this last call for alcohol. So I put this. Take a little bite of this pickle. Got a Jeffrey Dahmer dick pickle. So to sum things up. Coolio, if you're up there watching, you know, I feel like I need one more rap line, but fuck it. You know, you and your homies might be lying in chalk. Fucking, if you've ever been sexually assaulted, raped, fucking drugged at a party and woke up with a sore butthole, I can pretty much relate to you. So we have a lot more in common than you might think. And finally, what was the ribbon shot? Oh, paying for a hand job is way worse than blowing a cop to get out of a DUI. No fucking contest, because you're into it, you dirty little birdie. With that, this is old HRK signing off, saying take care of yourselves and take care of your creepy neighbors. We'll see you next time on The Perfect Drink. And thank you to the Hideout for having us. It was a great time, and I'm going to go get fucked up with the owner now. Bye.
Thanks for listening to The Perfect Drink. Remember, you can always hear me first on Be Positive Radio every Monday at 1 p.m. If you miss me there, all episodes are available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you might listen to your podcasts. Be sure to like, subscribe, and
sometimes
tell a
I
friend.
oversell how good.
If you're interested in being a guest on the show or you just want to tell me how much you like me, feel free to send me an email at hrkpresents@gmail.com or just slide into my DMs like your mom does. See you next time.